Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about how digestion of food occurs in human being. As in previous class we have studied about the digestive system and its functioning. Now let's see today that what are the different organs of digestive system and how do they functions. Now let's start it with the first one. As the process started with mouth. It is also called as buccal cavity. Mouth consists of tongue and teeth. Tongue, we all know that it helps in tasting of food and it also helps in speaking as well. It in digestion, it helps in mixing of food. It tastes the food as well as with the help of teeth, it mixes the food for converting it into simpler substance. Now the second one is teeth. It helps in mastication of food or as we have in earlier classes, students, you might have studied about human being have two sets of teeth. So two sets of teeth are temporary teeth and permanent teeth. Temporary teeth, it appears in human while they are 6 to 7 months and they are generally 20 sets of teeth. And as the infant baby grow and reaches up to the age of 6 to 7 years, it becomes children. That time this teeth started losing, falling down and replaced by the permanent teeth. So as they are for the short period of time from 6 to 7 months to 6 to 7 years, they are called as temporary teeth. Now they are replaced by permanent teeth. Permanent teeth appears in human being when they reaches up to the age of 6 to 7 years by replacing temporary sets of teeth. There are students, we have 4 types of teeth. What are those? Incisor teeth, canine teeth, premolar teeth and molar teeth. As per their functioning, what they do in our body, what they function with food, their nicknames are there, which you have studied in earlier or junior classes. Like cutting teeth. Incisor teeth are also called as cutting teeth. They help in cutting of food, biting of food. Okay. First they look front and they helps in cutting of food. Second is canine teeth. Canine teeth are mainly found in carnivorous as they help in tearing of food. Generally carnivorous tear the flesh. So they have more number of canine teeth. We human beings are omnivorous. We cut the teeth, grind them as well as we tear also. We eat flesh also. So we also have the canine teeth which helps in tearing of food. The third one is premolar teeth. Premolar teeth and molar teeth helps in grinding of food, chewing of food. After cutting and tearing of food, we finally grind it by the help of these premolar and molar teeth. In this way, they do the function and we have total 32 number of teeth in our mouth. But nowadays, as we have lost the property of grinding, we are eating generally the foods like Maggi or the easily dissolvable food, generally the children. So we have not the 32 sets of teeth, we have hardly 28 to 30 teeth. Due to why this occurs? Again by the reduction of our change in our fooding habits. Now the third digestive organ is esophagus. This is also called as food pipe. It helps in passage of semi-solid food which gets already grinded here into stomach, and the food which passes through the esophagus are in a zigzag way. That movement of food is called as peristaltic movement. Okay. Now the third is stomach. The digestive organ stomach. It is a J-shaped bag-like structure. Okay, you might have observed while we have drawn the diagram of digestive system, the structure of stomach is J-shaped. So it is a bag-like structure where the churning of semi-solid food occurs. It consists of things. What are those? Mucus, hydrochloric acids, and pepsin enzyme. Students, hydrochloric acids, as it is an acid, so it helps in killing of bacteria. These bacteria may come in our food, and it should not reach to our body organ. They should not harm. So it's a kind of protection in our stomach due to the presence of hydrochloric acid, which kills the bacteria of food. Mucus, as the acid is present in stomach, so the wall of a stomach may get corroded by the action of high acid. So our body is protected naturally by the help of mucus. It is alkaline in medium and it protects the walls of stomach from acids. Third is pepsin enzyme. The partial digestion of protein started in our stomach, as the pepsin helps in breaking the protein-rich food into peptones. So they help in partial digestion of proteins. Now let's come to the next digestive organ, that is small intestine. Small intestine is made up of three parts. First is duodenum, second one is jejunum, and third one is ileum. Duodenum is the first part of a small intestine connected with liver and pancreas. This duodenum is the place where complete digestion of food occurs. Why it occurs? Because the partial digested protein from stomach comes here and gets fully digested, completely digested by connected with pancreas, which releases trypsin enzyme in duodenum part of small intestine. It is also connected with liver. The liver secretes bile juice. That bile juice helps in emulsification or breaking down of fat molecules. That fat molecules are further gets properly digested by the lipase enzyme secreted by pancreas. So here it is the site of complete digestion of food. Then it passes to jejunum. Jejunum is that portion which is near about 6 to 7 meter, and it's rolled down. It's a very big pipe. It gets rolled down in our stomach for absorption of food. As they have a finger-like projection inside them, their cross-section area shows villi, which increases the area for absorption. So the main function occurs here is absorption of food, what the completely digested in duodenum. The third part is ileum, that is the last part of the small intestine. It is connected with large intestine. So its function is to send the undigested food into large intestine for further its elimination. Now the next digestive organ is large intestine. Large intestine also helps in removal of undigested food material by the help of colon, rectum and anus. Here also few parts of digestion absorption occurs, like if few things which are digested and sent into large intestine, they gets absorbed like water. Some minerals, they gets absorbed by the help of colon, and further the undigested part goes to rectum, collected here and eliminated out, removed out from the body by anus. Now let's discuss about the digestive gland. Now let's study about digestive glands of human digestive system. There are three main digestive glands in human body. First is salivary gland. Its position is it's present here in our buccal cavity, as it secretes its secretion by salivary salivary enzymes, which is salivary amylase enzymes. Salivary gland secretes this salivary amylase enzyme. It is a duct gland connected to the buccal cavity, which helps in digestion of carbohydrates, as it converts the starch present in carbohydrate into maltose and sucrose, which is further get digested into the simpler unit glucose. So the partial digestion of carbohydrate occurs by the help of salivary gland in our mouth. Students, you might have experienced this thing while chewing a chapati or a bread. First, it is of no taste, but after chewing it for 30 seconds to 40 seconds, what will you observe? It starts giving you sweet taste. How this sweet taste comes? It is by the help of salivary amylase enzymes, which action on the carbohydrate that is present in your bread or chapati gets converted into maltose or sucrose, which gives you the sweet taste. You can do this activity at your house. Take a piece of bread, eat it, chew it for 1 minute, and then what will you observe? That it started giving you some sweet taste. Okay. So how it happens? It is only possible by the action of salivary amylase, which is secreted by the salivary gland. It helps in digestion of our food. And the salivary gland, you might have observed that when you imagine about your favorite food, like suppose that you are imagining while studying or while doing any work, you are imagining you are so hungry and you imagine about your favorite food, like anything what you wish. So what will happen? After 2-3 minutes, you will find some watery substance in your mouth. What is that watery substance? That is salivary amylase. How it gets secreted? Because your brain started thinking that the favorite food is you are eating in your mouth. It occurs because of your imagination. So this is salivary glands, which secrete saliva for digestion of food. Now second digestive gland is liver. Student, this liver is connected to duodenum part of our small intestine, and it inside liver, a notch-like structure, gallbladder is there, which secretes bile juice. This bile juice helps in emulsification. It means that breaking down, converting it into simpler substance. So it break down the fat molecules of our food into simpler substance. It's not help in digestion. It's not helps in digestion of fat. It helps in only breaking down the molecules of fat. Now third gland is pancreas. This pancreas is also connected with the duodenum part of our small intestine, where complete digestion occurs. So this pancreas secretes 2 enzymes. What are those? One is lipase, another one is trypsin. Lipase enzyme again works on that emulsified fat, that breakdown molecules of fat, which was broken down by the help of bile juice. There on that molecules, it converted into very simpler substance, fatty acid. Now this fatty acid will get absorbed by our small intestine. It is only required by our body for giving you energy. So this digestion occurs by the help of lipase enzyme secreted by pancreas. The second enzyme secreted by pancreas is trypsin enzyme. This trypsin helps in complete digestion of protein molecules. Students, we have already discussed that in stomach, by the help of pepsin enzyme, the proteins are broken down into peptones. And then further this peptone passes into duodenum, and gets converted into amino acid. This amino acid is the main digested part which gets absorbed by our small intestine. So this is all about our digestive glands. Now students, you have observed in our today's class that what are the different various digestive organs and digestive glands which helps in digestion, and how digestion of food occurs in human being. This is all about the nutrition in human being. Now you go through all these topics, note it down in your notebook about these all glands. In the next meeting we will discuss few questions based on these nutrition topic, and we will prepare for exam of these all topics. So students, be safe at your home, study well, and this is all for your today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.